Relationships allow the creation of related records through the relationship itself. This is an option that has to be turned on and is extremely useful. A good example of this is adding items to an invoice. On the invoice screen, you have a portal for the invoice items, and the first field is a field called Product ID, which has a value list of products. When you select a product, the record is created and FileMaker inserts the primary key of the invoice into a field called Invoice ID. Let's say that you have a single relationship driving a portal of names. You want that relationship to allow the creation of related records and also have the field itself be a button, which will prevent typing anything into it. You might think this is impossible, but, in fact, it is extremely easy to accomplish. You are going to create two occurrences of the same portal. One of these has as many rows as there is room, and the second has just one row. This is the portal where you are going to create the new record. In all your tables, you should have a calculation field with a value of 1. One of the ways Michael uses this is to test to see if related records exist. Let's say that your table occurrence is called Companies. Go to the single row portal and click on Filter Portal. In that filter field calculation, type what you see below. But why are we doing this? The reason is simple. The field is available for entry only when the record hasn't yet been created. Type a value into it and then tab out. This runs an onObject exit script trigger which commits the record and refreshes the screen, clearing the portal field so that the next one can be added. Now, let's look at the portal with all the names. You will notice that the last row is blank, but you can't type into it, as the field is a button. Go into Layout mode, select the field, then click into the fourth tab of the inspector. Where it says Hide Object When, type the same calculation as you used for the portal filter. This makes that empty row disappear. Problem solved. In Nautilus FM, there is one final thing that we have to do, and this requires a second script trigger that fires on Object Exit. As we exit the field, it sets a variable with the primary key of that new record. It then sets the relevant global field with that value and loads the correct object or sliding panel. This allows you to fill in any missing information on that record. If you are wondering why we don't just open a new window for the correct table, create the new record and close the window instead of doing what we've just described, the answer is simple. The user doesn't have to go anywhere to do something they need to do. Imagine, for example, that they are creating an invoice and realize that it is a new client. With this methodology, they just type the name into the one-row portal and carry on.